That's fine though. I mean, we can still start and edit.
Okay, I'll start here. Oh my god, my audio is peaking. Why is my audio peaking?
Oh.
How do I peak? That's playback speed.
Peek me, daddy.
Peak me, daddy. Turn down the gain. Hey, turning.
Do you wanna
There we
jingle
go.
your bells? Do you wanna jingle your bells, Ed?
Yeah, okay.
Jingle your bells.
Okay, I'm gonna jingle more bells, and I'm gonna get the podcast started.
Jingle
Okay.
our bells.
Okay, so give me a couple of seconds of silence, and I'll get this podcast started.
Be so quiet. I'm so sorry.
Son of a bitch. Tis the season, bitches, for another episode.
No, start over.
Yeah,
that sounded
was terrible.
awful.
That sounded like assholes.
I don't know why it was so bad.
It's like you got you just molested the mic as soon as you.
Yeah.
How do I turn down my microphone?
That's
I mean,
fine,
ideally,
though. I can
yeah.
change all audio given to me. That's not my
And not only that,
That's
I
not
think
a problem.
Tis the seasons, motherfuckers.
Go.
I can't even hear your bells jingle.
I guess we're not doing that.
Tis the seasons, bitches. Welcome to another episode of the 1000 Screaming Goats podcast with me, Thomas, Derek, and Pete. I was waiting for you guys.
That's not my name anymore. That's not my name anymore.
I don't know what you're...
Derek, what's my name again?
Pitaro, bitches.
Pitaro.
That's
Oh,
right.
we're going with Pete.
Yeah, get that shit right, homie.
So, do we need...
You don't even know what's up.
Do we need to restart again?
No.
Okay,
We're just
okay.
Jesus
Hour
Christ.
16 in post.
Dear
God,
God.
man.
Oh,
my God.
so there's nothing.
Oh, also, wait, come here. I have a horse for you. Do you want a horse?
Okay, we need to preface this. These two are playing Terraria in the background.
No. I don't play
That's
video
not a
games.
thing.
I've never played a video game.
Okay.
I can't even focus on it. Side note, we've been having technical issues.
If by technical issues you mean I could not find my actual mic and I am using a different mic, then yeah.
No, it's fine. It's okay. My audio was fucked up last time. Now it's better. Now yours is fucked up. It's fine.
No, let's just
Everyone's telling me not to buy a new mic because it's the Christmas season and someone may have gotten me one. So, I don't know
Okay,
who,
good talk.
but
That's definitely not my broke ass.
or my
will never
broke
know.
ass.
The world may never know.
Well, I never know.
Hey, I'm broke too.
I'm dropping so many things for you. You should just
So,
just want.
My
Sorry.
inventory's full.
Good. Come back. Go make a thing. Come back. Wait. Do you need wood? Here's wood. Wait. I don't even know where wood is. Do I have wood? Here's wood.
Just start with the intro again, Thomas, and we'll go from there.
are you serious? Or are we? Okay, I mean, I can. Yeah. Okay. Tis the seasons, bitches. It's another episode of the 1000 Screaming Goats podcast. You've got me, Thomas. You've got Pitaro, and you've got
Thank you.
Derek.
Why not Derek? That's
Derek.
I feel like everybody hears my name.
Everybody's favorite Dare Bear is on the podcast again.
Oh, he's fucking said it to the public. The public now understands that he calls me that.
Yes. I figure there's no better topic to get us into the holiday season, to get us into the spirit of the holidays, like talking about ghosts, about spirits. You've got the ghosts of Christmas future, the ghosts of Christmas present, and the ghosts of Christmas past. I almost said future again. What is this, fucking X-Men Days of the Future is Past? And
No, boo.
you also got
Can we still vote him off? Can we vote him off the
every
fucking island?
episode,
100%.
every episode. And you also have the
That's so far.
Holy Spirit himself.
Yeah, Pete Taro.
Yeah. So
here.
I figure. So let's talk about ghosts in this podcast. Who wants to tell
I don't
their
believe in
story? Oh God, a skeptic. Am I surrounded?
So honestly, I have zero stories of actual paranormal activities in my life, but I
well,
very much enjoy horror and all that comes with it. But I also logic here.
Oh boy, I'm surrounded.
Man of reason.
Like when you see like a B-rated horror movie, you're like, no, like don't. Okay, there's a basement in the house. Don't ever enter it. Why would you enter it? Don't even do that. You have an attic that's really creepy. Just get the fuck out. Abandon all hope. Just run. Burn the house down.
So you're saying I am surrounded by skeptics?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Well, I've got it.
Because I know that you have your ghost stories, and exactly as you're saying. Until there is hard logical evidence. I wouldn't say even logical, unless you like. If you like persuade something towards me, I'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, fuck yeah.
So you're saying
like,
none of you have
deep,
any ghost stories that you?
No.
Wow.
I love Ghost Adventures. No, I don't. I actually hate Zach T. Baggins. Everybody in the world to know that.
I love Zach Baggins. he's one of my favorite ghost hunters, just because he's
but he's the worst.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Wait,
bring
back the plumbers, guy. Bring back the old school.
Who and what are we talking about?
Okay. There's Ghost Adventures, and then there's Ghost Hunters, like the old original, like motherfuckers with plumbers and shit.
Wait, plumbers?
Oh my god, do you not know? Oh, like they just like knew the technical stuff. Like they were like they did household shit. So like, actually, you're getting dizzy because there's a fucking electrical box right behind your fucking couch. You dumb shit. Like, yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the show Ghost Labs?
No, that sounds fun. Though.
They had like one or two seasons, and they did a lot of science as well as paranormal investigations.
Science, yes.
Science!
Well, they brought in a lot of stuff saying, hey, this is part of the reason why you could be getting these things. They did debunk a lot of different things, but they also caught a lot of actual paranormal evidence. And,
Okay.
And
well, you say this, but how much paranormal evidence?
A lot
is evidence.
What
is a lot?
I mean,
like, what is the evidence?
They've caught EVPs. They've actually caught live footage of shadow figures. They've got. A lot of people don't believe this is evidence, but orbs. A lot of spirit orbs. So if you want
my personal opinion, as somebody that is a skeptic and somebody that I believe our brain literally is made up of electrical signals, and if something were to fuck with that in some sort of way, it's like, I can't remember how I was described this. Like, I read this somewhere, but it's like described. So there's a difference between black matter and like or dark matter and dark energy. And like one is a substance and one is just like a filler, and we don't understand how that conducts like any sort of power. And the thought that anything that is like a empty void of space can be some sort of conductivity to something. There's something between like, again, no matter what, like your brain still runs on electrical signals. Like it's relatively, I think of like the Futurama episode where like Bender has to like go in a haunted house, but like all the robots were like near an electrical outlet, so they were haunting the house, like kind of thing. Like not directly, but like you see what I'm saying in theory. But that is like the relatively logical thought on the topic.
Well, I mean, all ghosts are pretty much
cartoon logic.
It's more of
energy. It's more of like I don't know. I've always just thought about, I don't know. This is also just me as somebody that fucking goes on like really stupid like deep like dives into random videos and shit on YouTube, and I'm like, ugh, this is the existence of life now.
Well, I will say this, Pete, if he does well on my bachelor party and does what I've asked him to do for the bachelor party, and I know it's a tall order. We will all find out together whether or not ghosts are real.
What are you saying now? What?
Yeah, so...
You asked me one thing, but that has nothing to do with... Now I'm confused as fuck.
So...
Thomas has made the request that for his bachelor party, He wants to go on a paranormal adventure.
Oh, okay,
escapade.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I lied. We have had this
And
conversation.
I am so excited. Where I would want to do it if I could, and it's going to be an impossibility, I'm pretty sure. There's a hotel. Derek, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the Stanley Hotel?
That's the one where The Shining is based off, right?
Yeah, based
Yes.
off of keyword.
Yes, I would love to do
'Cause
that.
what-
Have you
so
heard
here's
some
my
of the
thing.
stories coming out of that place? Holy
No,
balls.
but I do have to say, honestly, physically going there was quite underwhelming. Because you expect like this big mansion, then you honestly you come into Estes Park and there's like a huge like fucking white or I wouldn't say huge, but like you see like the top of the main building, and then when you get up closer, you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of small buildings. Well, that's kind of stupid. But like honestly, when you come into Estes Park, like that is exactly the feel that I feel is The Shining. Just like it looks like one big house up on the hill. But then when you get up close, it's like a lot less intimidating. But I don't really know much of the stories about that specifically, to be honest. I'm very much into horror, but I actually haven't looked up like I guess local legend of where I am currently. I know a lot of New York shit and like random.
I would look
gay
it up,
shit,
but no, I think, I mean, it's not like anybody else has stories, so I guess I could tell a couple of my stories and maybe a Stanley Hotel.
I mean,
Please do.
shoot the dick shot. Shoot the shot of the dick.
So, worst laugh. Why do I sound like that? Jesus. Okay, so,
Oh, now we're getting self-conscious, huh?
I am always self-conscious.
What do you mean? I sound like fucking Seth Rogen. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the you have no. Shut the fuck up.
So, okay.
I try so hard not to have a deep chuckle because it sounds like people are like, "Oh my god, that's it." I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. Oh god.
All right, so we're gonna tell the first story. So this actually happened back in like 2013, 2012.
Were you were in Colorado?
Yeah,
At
I
that
was in Denver, and I worked at the art museum. And yes,
I know this story. Ooh, me! I know this one. Ooh, me!
Oh my god! So to start it out, once a month we would maybe not once a month. I think it's like every Saturday during a certain time of the year we were open till like 8 or 9. And so at that point we would turn off the lights. We'd do our final sweep because I worked security of each of the floors, and then, or I should say, our perspective gallery. And that place was really messed up at night in the old building. The new building, not so much. You didn't really feel anything in the new building, like no energy or no like negative energy or like vibes or whatever. But the old building, oh my god, depending on what floor you were on and what ethnicity you were, it was either good vibes or bad vibes.
What you're saying?
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, my eyes were open wide there. I was like, whoa.
No.
You got some racist.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, some of these things are antiques. In this building, you had each floor represented like a different style of art. Like floor 2 and 3 were Native American art. Floor 4 was Spanish art. Floor 5 was Native Indian, like from India or Asia. I don't remember. Floor 6 was Asian, like from Japan and China, and then floor 7 was Western American art. And
honestly, I haven't been there.
Trying to remember. I think they changed it recently because they did do some construction.
Yeah, they have. Well,
yeah.
The Van Gogh thing.
What?
They have this whole interactive. Van
Yeah,
Gogh
Thomas, I remember you were telling me when you were in Colorado about the Van Gogh Museum.
But that was a different thing.
Well, it's just a thing right now. They're doing like this whole interactive. They're like literally projecting like a shit ton of Van Goghs.
Yeah,
So
that's way different.
Room and
Yeah,
it's really intense.
Oh,
yeah, but they change up.
was
like,
it
2
different
floors
from
for
what
that shit.
was going on when you?
Oh
were
yeah,
there,
ours was when I was there. It was
Okay.
just pure art
this
displays.
is
Like,
like a
they would
recent
actually
thing.
put the art on the walls and all that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they haven't really had like an interaction.
Yeah, and you're thinking of the French
It's 'cause Meow Wolf's
impressionist
out here, so they're like,
display they did. When I was on floor 7, no real energy at all. Floor 6 was horrible energy around me. Floor 5 was kind of awful. Floor 4, I was like depending on where I was on the floor. But floor 3 just gave me negative vibe the whole way around. Whereas floor 4 for other people made them so uncomfortable they actually got sick, like felt physically physically sick.
Jeez.
So I hated working on floor 6. Hated it. Well, yeah, but I mean, when you're doing your final inspection at like 9:30 at night, and you're walking through, you're hearing things.
Yeah, dark creepy
and so
shit is creepy.
On this particular
Actually,
night, I'm finishing my patrol on that floor. We're almost done with the night. We're about to go home. I get back to the main lobby area where the elevator is, and there's a hallway that leads to one of the bathrooms on that floor. And I see small footprints that are wet, like wet footprints. And I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be some kid here that I missed, and he was fucking around in the bathroom. But I'm looking around and I'm watching, and the footprints immediately led to they just led to the elevator. So I was like, okay, well they're probably down, right? So I called. I was like, hey ops, this is floor 6. Yo, did you guys happen to see a kid recently go down on the elevator? Because these footprints weren't here a minute ago. So I'm just curious to make sure that this kid got off the elevator. Everything's fine. Now, elevator's at floor 7. It's been on floor 7 for like the past 20 minutes. What? They're like, you're kidding me, right? And they're like, no, why? And I was like, so I explained to them. And they're like, okay, just put that on your report. It'll be fine. No worries. Like,
you'll be fine.
It should be fine. Like, it's probably there and you just didn't see it before. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that they weren't here. And at that exact moment, I hear floor 4 to CO. And they're like, yeah, what's going on, floor 4? He goes, I need to leave, like, right now. We're like, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. And he's like, no, I'm serious. I need to get off this floor right now. I'm heading down the stairs. And you could hear him running down the stairs in the stairway. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on?
What's his problem?
Yeah, like, we're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to still figure out this whole footprint thing. And we hear CO to floor 4. We're seeing a supervisor up there. You'll be relieved once he gets up there. He goes, no, I'm almost there. Like, I'm literally 5 feet away from CO right now. I'll see you in just a second. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so we all get down because the bell ringed on the elevator. When they ring the bell, it means, hey, we're going down. So we all get down. We all go to CO, and we're like, what the hell happened to floor 4? And the people in CO are laughing their ass off, and they're like, motherfucker caught a ghost. We're like, I'm sorry, what? And he shows us on the big screen. He goes, watch this shit. We recorded this shit. I'm pretty sure it's been deleted by now, because, I mean, that was 2013. Yeah, so he rewinds it, pushes play. And, oh my god, there's this giant candelabra, like, brass candle holder thing, and it's going to hold 2 candles. And on the side of it, there's the 2 candles. So you got on the middle, you have in the middle is the candelabra, and on the side where the 2 candles are, off to the side, they're not on the thing for some reason. So you can see in the footage the 2 actual candles lift up into the air in front of the security guard, who's got his flashlight, jaw dropped, and he's just like looking at it. They switch places and land on the candelabra.
Come again?
So the 2 candles go into the air, They switch.
No, wait. The 2 candles go into the air.
They rise into the air, and I'm shitting you not.
And where are you in this?
So I was on floor 6. Yeah, we were watching when this happened. I was on floor 6. This is from the actual footage from the security camera. I
feel like you weirdly put like parentheses on it there.
On what?
Notations on that. Why did you say like security camera? Like
I don't know. So no, it's not a hoax. So it
hoax.
was recorded from the camera. The security camera is what I'm trying to get at. So it's not like he was recording it on his phone and shit. So the 2 candles literally rose into the air, swapped places, and then landed on the actual candlestick. On the candle holder. In front of him. That motherfucker immediately screamed, ran down the stairs, and just he went down there and he's like, hey, I can never work this floor again. I cannot work on floor 4 ever again. And
did you ever work on floor 4?
I worked on floor 4 a couple times.
Anything spooky yet?
I mean, I felt uncomfortable in one area of that floor, but I just avoided that area of the floor as best as I could, except for when I had to actually go and make sure there was nothing going on in that side of the exhibit. But floor 6 and floor 3 were just the worst. I always felt sick on floor 3 and on floor 2, and I don't know if it's because as a Caucasian, maybe some of my ancestors on that side of the family may have done something to.
That's all I'm saying.
These are ancient things. If they got killed by white people, they might hold a grudge against white people. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't you hold a grudge against white people if you were killed by white people?
Could I say something maybe stupid? This has nothing to do with really specifically the topic of.
Hey man, it's the whole point of the podcast.
My initial also thought on spirits really is I know a lot of this from studying sleep cycles in college, and basically like Little House on the Prairie times, like you are like, obviously awake the majority of the day. You take a little bit of a nap. You wake up in the middle of the night for a few good hours, and the women make food. The dudes go out and fucking
as it should be. That's right.
Go to the bar. I mean, again, of the time. I'm not saying obviously go away. Making a sandwich. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not. I do want a sandwich, but I have mac and cheese.
Is it surprise mac and cheese?
Do you want to hear it?
Oh.
ASMR moment. Let me just stir it up.
You and I have different definitions for ASMR.
Every episode is gonna star the mac and cheese. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so of the time period, it's what your body is doing when you're going back to REM sleep, like late fucking at night. That's why at 3 p.m. Is the witch's hour, because that's when everybody's going to sleep at like 1, 2 o'clock, and you get like back into REM cycle, and because you've been in reality for such a prolonged period of time, like long enough to have association of things, that's when you have lucid dreams. So that's when a lot of connectivity to things around you are going to be like producing hallucinations. I've personally had a physical hallucination during
sex.
Like how do you say this? Sleep paralysis. You know that it's like a part dream. You know what I'm saying? Like you understand what's going on, but you at the same time you're like, okay, this is fucking weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a lot of other things as well as your just body and like mind trying to connect things that really necessarily aren't there. But in a certain mind state, like you realize that there's always ever only, like, we don't have cavemen fucking ghosts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a certain time period forward, and honestly, it's about that time period. It's about the Victorian age as well. It's just, I don't know. I think a lot of things connect dots where there is logic, and a lot of people try to connect dots where there really is no simple base decision. People are very open-minded about things when they want something to be a certain way or the outcome to be a certain answer for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you continue on that.
So that security guard literally quit like within a week after that. He was like done with the whole job. He was like, I can't.
Wow.
Yeah, he straight up quit. He was like, I can't deal with this place. And it's very interesting.
And so,
and that's also a psychological hysteria too. Like you're freaking yourself out about something too that, like, whether it is or isn't.
Derek, what do you think he saw? What do you think Thomas saw?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's the unfortunate thing of the whole situation. It's like a lot of things are always by ear or by a story of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what Ed physically saw, so it's unfortunate for me. Because I would have loved to be in that situation and be like, nah. Well, I'm just saying, like, I would have loved to even have that moment to be like, oh, fuck, that did happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because even like it's almost like you want to believe, but you just can't.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more of, I like the logic of how the brain works as well, because I can't remember the actual term. There's a term for the brain just making connections, because that's what seems like questionably, you know what I'm saying, like the mind wanders and you start thinking about whatever sort of things, and that's what makes your brain make connections where there really are none. As well as like when you see faces and things, when people are like seeing fucking Jesus face and toast, like I understand that, but you can also stare in your bathroom floor fucking marble tile and see faces. It's a primitive instinct within like the human mind. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that layer on top of other things that is like what is logical and what is not, and what is really meant to be like an actual event. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not discrediting Ed in any shape or form, nor his workmates. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything could be up. Well, I'm saying like it's always.
I'm just teasing.
Always up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like because I've never physically experienced an event, that's also like a whole different mindset of myself as well. Like I know that people are fucking evil, and people can also create their own fucking demons and ghosts and whatnot just from you believe something hard enough, fucking something like sometimes that shit comes true.
Yeah. It's really interesting when you open yourself up to spiritual activity.
Because it's the same thing. It's like not to continue, but it's like I don't want to say this in a bad term, but like when somebody's like a super like hard like devoted religious individual, like I understand, but it's also there comes like a certain like grounds with it. Like, are you a sensible individual or are you like a Karen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
but same thing could be said for a lot of things. But it's really just like sorry. What immediately comes to mind is it's like Jersey Medium or something.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
See, this is exactly what I mentally see when a lot of people are just like, "Honey, I saw a ghost." And you're like, "Bitch, no, you fucking get the fuck out of my house."
I love that. That's the first thing you imagine. That's fantastic.
That's unfortunately it is. It's that and Zach fucking Baggins. I'm sorry. I hate to love him. Literally, me, Hannah, and Sean have a meme group chat that's literally just called Zach Teabags Your Mom.
Oh, wonderful.
I have to admit, he's gotten a lot of decent evidence regarding the paranormal, just by being an asshole.
His, museum.
Well, I mean, just by being a dickhole to the fucking ghosts. Like, I'll kick your ass, you ghost, you little bitch.
I mean, yo, if I was fucking dead too, I'd want to kick his ass. Oh, fuck.
Although there was a couple seasons where it was like he was so come at me. Non-confrontive, and it was like the worst. I mean,
well, because I hate to say it, but I've seen so much of Ghost Adventures, and there's a moment that he's like, I've had so many encounters with the supernatural that I just can't take it anymore. I must be nice to them.
I mean,
you're like, okay,
when
right.
you,
at least it's not like the.
although I
chills.
will say,
God damn it.
when you get possessed like 15 times in one season, maybe you're going a little too
But that's
balls
what
to
I'm
the
saying,
wall.
though. Like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna chill out. But again, whether his clear spiritual interactions, the only last thing that I've actually believed recently that I actually watched real life thing was the Osbournes. Like, their son is like a paranormal investigator now. So like Ozzy and his son went out, and like Kelly like freaked the fuck out, was like, I can't fucking handle this, and just like dipped the fuck out, and everyone's like,
I want him
"Nah,
to
okay."
catch an EVP
happened
of
now.
the bat that his dad bit the head off of.
No, it was
That'd be
staged.
funny.
I was gonna say it's staged with a rubber bat, but it's.
No,
I
it was
wrong
real.
about that. They used rubber bats,
Yeah,
and that's
'cause
why
he thought it was
bit the
rubber.
bat's head off, because they used to throw a rubber bat.
Poor bat.
Could have started COVID.
That's right.
I need to
Back in the
stop
90s, Jesus.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, they're gonna make me. They're gonna get you autism, stupid and gay, right there. Yep. Trump. Okay, I regret everything I just said. I'm
No,
not even-
leave
Yeah,
that
see,
shit in.
I'm
You
not even
leave
just
that
gonna do
in.
that. That got really
How
bad.
dare you?
You know, honestly,
Okay, I
I will say.
don't like that man. I even hate that I said it's like a swear word when I say
What?
his name. I just want,
What did you say again?
Sack
Don't make
bagging.
me
What did you
say it
say?
again. And like I can't. This pen is. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've got tons of ghost stories of things that have happened to me, not just from that job, but from like other life experiences. Like there's one that kind of happened in high school. I don't even know if.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Do I know about this one?
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a fucking doozy.
I mean, I ended up in the mental institution, so I would hope so.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's where this is going.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? It's pretty personal.
Hey man, I talked about my
Seriously.
dick getting bit in the first episode. I don't think there's anything more personal than that.
Yeah, but there's a level of like personal health.
Yeah,
compared
there's
to,
like a physical. Yeah, it's a physical like incident versus like something that involves your mental health.
I mean, I was attacked by a fucking ghost. I was possessed for a hot moment, and then shit was going on.
But that's all I'm saying though. Like,
I mean, hey man,
let's talk about that.
I really don't have any issues talking about any of this stuff with anybody.
All right.
I mean, part of the whole reason for this is.
When was the first time you saw this entity?
Oh god, I didn't see it. I fucking heard it, and it was horrifying. Oh my god. So, was
this post or pre your breakup?
this is
with your
pre.
then girlfriend?
This is pre-breakup. This actually led to the breakup, I think.
I mean, I've heard the story, so I'm just like leaning back.
Just
Yeah, take it away, Thomas.
so this started in 2010. Yeah, before prom. So I'm gonna say like fucking March-ish, right? So I was reading online. This all starts with this fucking article that I read online. I was reading about
boy.
out-of-body experiences and like how to bring yourself out of your body and like astral project yourself, and I was like, that would be fucking dope because I can fucking mess with people in their dreams.
That's fucked up.
Well,
that's your immediate
You're
go-to.
a horrible person.
So I was like, well,
That's
I mean,
kinda
I
fucked
could
up,
go. I
actually.
could go to your dreams and like be like, "Hey, Pete, you're falling."
Yeah, I don't like
No, I
that.
would hate you. I would wake up and be like, I
I
fucking
hate
hate.
you, yeah.
I would hate you the next day, and then somebody would be like, why are you giggling at them? They hate you. And be like, yeah, I know. And you're like, what? What?
Well, you would just think it's a dream, and that was just appeared in your dream. You wouldn't realize that I went into your dream
Yeah, until
on
you're
purpose.
snickering your ass off because you can't fucking hide a damn secret to save your fucking life.
I mean, you right. So So
these are just facts, my boy.
So
these are just facts.
That is one of the factors that led to this whole incident. Is I started trying to practice out of body experiencing and trying astral projecting, and when you do that, you open yourself up.
Wait, so what got you into this? Like, what made you even want to try this?
You know, I'll be honest, I don't remember. I think I just saw an article on it, and I was just like, no fucking way.
Wait, can I just
this
say,
is fucking dope.
Emo kid.
I think that's literally all it was. I don't remember.
I love death.
Well,
I can be one with the spirits.
I know the
We're all like
ghosts.
that once. It's okay. I still like Alkaline Trio. It's okay.
So, in addition to that, my dad is a Satanist, and so he would do satanic rituals in the house. And one particular night, he was like, "Hey, don't leave your room because we're
okay. You want to do some rituals with it, boy?
You want to talk to Satan?" But
Give you $20.
so he's like, "I got all of my group coming over. My crew's coming over. We're gonna do a ritual. We're gonna do our thing." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "Don't leave your room. It's imperative you don't leave your room until it's all done."
You left your room.
Yeah.
Well,
obviously. It's obviously the one thing that you have to do as soon as somebody tells you to not fucking do that thing.
well, I was like, "Hey, okay, cool."
Oh, don't do that thing.
So I start watching YouTube
That's the
videos
thing.
and continuing my research of
I hate you so much.
and
Continuing my deep dark web search on YouTube.
trying to learn how to perfect
sorry.
my body jumping here, and
Okay, go ahead.
I get thirsty, and I was like, there's bottled
Giggity.
water.
Oh no.
There's bottles of water
Sorry,
in the
I'm so
refrigerator. If I'm quiet while they're hitting the gong, I can sneak
that's already
past
too much.
and
Yeah,
get a
that's already
bottle of
too-
water.
that's already
There's a
lot.
gong involved. Now I'm interested. Now you had my attention.
So they're banging on the gong. They're saying their chants. They're speaking their demon speak. And I'm like trying to act like a ninja.
Demons.
How much clothes did they have on?
Giggity.
Well, they
Maybe
had-
This was just an orgy.
Oh no, they had clothes and they were wearing robes.
It sounds disappointing.
Wait. They had clothes and they were wearing
A little bit
robes. What was
disappointing.
underneath the robes?
Their clothes.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a very.
So anyway, I go sneak into the kitchen as they're chanting and everything. I'm like, I'm a fucking ninja. I'm gonna get that water bottle. It's gonna be great. I open the
cream.
I open the refrigerator, grab the bottle, go back to the room, drink it. Life is fine. I'm about to go to bed. Turn off the light.
Life is fine.
My dad knocks on the door. He's like, "Hey, did you leave your room?" It's like, "No."
No, I was sitting here masturbating.
It's like, "Why?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. Close the door." And he went into his room. He went to bed. And so I'm laying there. I'm trying to get to bed. And so
meth is a hell of a drug.
So my bedroom, I don't know if you remember this. It was originally supposed to be just an office that connected to the family room. And
Yeah, I don't remember because you guys kind of like moved in rooms often.
do you remember the room that was behind the family room that was pretty much only separated by a couple of
Sounds like a lot of
cabinets?
things.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my room at the time. So literally, you could whisper through any of those cracks and try to spook me. So I'm laying there, and I hear a deep voice like just whisper my name in my ear, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, great. This is fun. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I was like,
Wait, is it Eduardo?
hold on.
Or is it Thomas?
And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ignore it because I'm pretty much sure that's just my brother fucking with me. And so I was like, all right, or whatever. And so it says it again, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go fucking catch him. So I left the room, went into the family room, and there was no one fucking there. I was like, whatever.
Well, that's spooky.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. Maybe I'm just fucking psyching myself out. So I lay back down, and this time, I feel something like get on the bed and start like
Giggity.
slowly crawling and trying to
Giggity.
like get behind me, like cuddle me, almost like spoon
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, get it.
And I was a small spoon, and I felt like
I don't like this game.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
it's a story.
okay.
Small spoon.
What the fuck? And then I felt breath and heard the same voice say my name again in my ear.
Say my name.
And I was
say
like,
my
I'm just
name.
gonna pretend nothing is going on. I'm just gonna go to fucking bed. I was woken up about an hour later to the bed shaking violently and everything on my walls shaking violently. So I was like, fuck, earthquake.
I'm telling you, meth is a hell of a drug.
Well, I mean, I was thinking San Diego earthquake. My first earthquake. This is going to be fucking dope. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So
this is going to be dope. I would not be thinking that.
Well, I mean,
I'm like, wow, this
that was
fucking sucks.
sarcasm.
well, I was thinking to
I
myself,
was like, I'd
you
be
know,
crying a
I've
little
never
bit,
been in an
screaming, running
earthquake,
somewhere.
life experience, whatever. So
It was a young emo inside of you.
well, yes. So I immediately, as soon as I got out of my room, everything stopped. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went over to Gonzalo. I was like, hey, man, are you all right? Because there was like an earthquake or something that just happened. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? There was no earthquake. Like, everything's fine. Go back to bed. I was like, maybe I just dreamt there was an earthquake. And, you know, okay. So I go back into my room, and everything was off. The walls, everything was off. Like, my computer was on the floor, for fucking crying out loud. I was like, okay, there's no way there wasn't an earthquake. But whatever. So I get back into the bed, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do this body fucking jump thing. So I'm laying there, and I'm doing the steps. I wake up the next morning, and I was like, okay, apparently I failed at this body jumping thing. But first attempt
Try
down,
one.
whatever. It was a fail. It was a wash.
Starlog 85.
I have tried to tell my dad, hey, I'm seeing things. And I did this at a night where my sister-in-law was there. My sister was there, and he was there. I think somebody else was there. I don't remember. And I'm trying to explain to him, hey, I'm seeing and I'm hearing things. I need some help. Like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, you're just trying to get attention. Fuck you. Like, stop. And this actually led to a physical encounter between me and him. So it gets worse to a point where on prom night, we just finished eating dinner, and I black out. Like, I black out. And I woke up the next day in the mental institution. So, apparently, I tried to cut my hand off with a butcher's knife. Gonzalo, my brother, and his friend Luis, tried to stop me, and they were not small people. They were like strong people because you remember they were strong people, and so I'm a skinny like 130 pound kid, and my brother's like 165 muscle, you know, and so at that time, and so
wow.
What
a call out.
At the time, yeah. I mean, times have changed. I don't know how strong they are now. I haven't seen Luis in a while, so I mean, he could be a fucking tank at this point. I don't know, but anyway, so they take me down to the ground. Apparently, when they tried to stop me, I brought the knife onto them and tried to attack them with it, and then finally, my dad decides, maybe I should call the cops. And so finally they get me into the car. But I woke up in the mental institution the next day because I tried to cut my own hand off and then tried to stab and kill my brother and his friend. And yeah, so I'm thinking that I not only was opening up those channels to let something into me, but my dad's satanic ritual brought something into the house while I was channeling myself to allow things into spiritually into my body.
I see what you're saying. I didn't actually understand where the astral projection was going back into this.
I got it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I had to go to therapy.
Yeah, I mean,
It was, yeah, I had to go to therapy. But here's the downside, right?
Why would you do that?
Not only was I also figure in that I was under a lot of stress. I was bullied a lot. And I think that all built up to me being able to be open to be possessed more. Because my mind was more broken and all this other stuff. So I'm thinking all that leading there allowed for this possession, allowed for this spirit to attach itself to me. But once I cleansed myself in this therapy, the therapist was a fucking moron. And like, yeah, but once I closed myself off from everything, it was fine. But the therapist was just
once I said "fuck you, world," it was great.
Yeah, and this therapist was stupid. He would always do the therapy sessions with my dad in the room, so I couldn't even talk about anything that was going on in my life. Didn't really help. So I mean, it took a long time for me to close off that bridge, and
look at
me now. Yes, and so before that moment, I didn't care about spiritual stuff. I didn't care about ghosts or anything else like that. I thought it would be cool to open myself up and be in people's streams and stuff, but I didn't think, hey, if I do that, if this is a real thing and you possibly can do that and align your chakra to do all this stuff, maybe there is other aspects to this thing, and maybe I shouldn't open myself up to it. But once I've learned it,
maybe.
And I'll be honest, I still open myself up, but only to a certain extent. Like you.
What is wrong with you?
Well, what does that even mean? What are you doing?
You can open yourself up to be more sensitive to spiritual activity. Meaning.
Okay, but why would you do that after
yeah, I thought, isn't that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not completely opening myself up for possession, and I make it clear that they are not to possess you.
See, but like,
amount bad thing?
No.
See, like that's like a whole conversation of like, I don't know. Like I said, like I run very logically, so like in my head, I'm like, yes, I've had multiple friends or like multiple people that I know as well, like psychologically like have blackouts and whatever the sort, but it's like clearly strictly emotional. Like there's clearly shit going on in their lives, and like that's just, I'm saying, what psychology does. Like people just are really shocked about what the brain really does to you, and I don't know. So like it's hard for me to. It's like just the old thought. No matter what you're doing, is,
Yeah.
the old-timey thought of like, oh, they're possessed. But like, no, this is a fucking mental disposition that is a whole bunch of shit is going on, and you're just ignoring that to be like, spray some water on her. That father married dick miss fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and there are definitely some deterrents that you could do to, like, not allow yourself to be opened up for full fucking possessions. Like, for instance, like you there's a reason why when you do a Ouija boards and when you're
Wait, a Ouija board or a Luigi board?
It's a Waluigi board.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
But when you do the Ouija board, there's a reason why you have to close that circle. When you start the Ouija board and you're asking the questions,
I don't even know what that means.
When you start asking the questions and stuff like that, and you have both groups, you have two people, yeah, like who's here, that kind of stuff, and you when you do that, you open that portal. You have to close that conversation, otherwise that portal is not closed, and you're allowing other entities, other spirits into that your area, into that room, and you're also opening yourself up for possession as well.
What's wrong with that? Sharing is caring, right?
Just God damn it.
You want to do a Ouija board?
I don't even know what to say to that. That's actually really funny.
My fiance won't let me do Ouija boards. You want to do it for me?
No, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? That like there's just like it's like the statement of like, don't do stupid things. Like I know that it's like, I don't know. It's like the supernatural like scare. Even if like nothing happens, you're just like, nah, don't touch it. It's like, don't go in the basement. Just don't go in the basement. Don't.
Everybody
Just
knows
don't
the
do it in the
basement's
first
one of the
place.
worst places to go in anywhere. The basement and the attic. Don't fuck with those places.
Derek, would you mess with the Ouija board?
If given the opportunity and like, I guess a setting, yes. But again, like I don't know how I stand really on the believing to not believing, because I really like I would like to, and I like the occult and I like everything about it, but it's the I would love to just have a little ghost buddy that fucks with me all the time. Great, fantastic. Like I've just seen so much shit on like online of whether it's a hoax or not. Hannah, what was that like kid with like the dent in his head story? David story of something David.
Oh no. No. No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's just like some guy that like his whole
God.
Twitter story on and like did like years upon years of like this kind of shit. And it was just like this whole like weird hoax, but like did a real fucking good job.
He did a
But I've seen, like,
really
some
good
dudes,
job.
like-
That was creepy.
But I've seen some dudes like do some like or some really crazy shit lately. Like I said, I go on some stupid random YouTube holes. Dear David, but this guy, I can't remember the fucking YouTuber. I'll put up on the screen or something on the YouTube. But this dude did like a legitimate it's funny because like the video is. The guy doesn't even know how to use TikTok. He's like, I'm using Snapchat and then uploading to TikTok just because this shit is fucking insane. Like, he's just like, there's no fucking strings. And it's like literally him like 3 a.m, like, where the fuck are the goddamn strings? Like, like, fuck you guys. Like, this is fucking my life up. Like just going batshit crazy. And you're like, oh my God, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Jesus.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the question of, is that insanity? Or is what the fuck is happening there? Because there's so much, like, close things that could be easily cased as schizophrenia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just, what is truly happening at the core of anything that is ever being told. Like, you tell your story as well, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? How much of that is what and how much of that is what? Like I said, I can't say, I don't feel confident saying that anything is a case of in relation to ghosts, but I'm also the person that like believes Lunopolis is a thing. No, silence.
What?
I do not know. Okay, so the theory that human population has went to a certain extent that we can't progress any further, so we go back. It's like recording over an old VHS tape and compiling over a certain like literally just a time overlaps on dark matter kind of fucks with our time. Like, so let's say deja vu or the thought of ghosts only being from a certain specific time period and for on, you know what I'm saying?
Like a fold in time space, essentially.
Correct. Like, and this is like would be our 4th time back. There's literally like an indie movie about this actually. This is actually a very good movie. Lunopolis. Watch that shit.
That's
that
actually.
Don't sponsor us. Whatever gets sponsored. Nobody gives us money.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Eventually.
But you'll say like it's you got to believe what you got to believe. Like it's you know what I'm saying? I'm much more of a logical thinker, while somebody that is like a much more emotional or spiritual thinker will think something completely different of the story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard this, I was like, Ed, you're crazy, and like, but I love you, and you've like dealt with shit. But it's also like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much side things when you're like, oh shit, there was like a satanic fucking like ritual happening. Like, I'm also like looking into astral projection as well as, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just like, it's like the list is like adding up of like being a hotspot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's also something that I can't say that is a good or bad thing, because that's the whole conversation of what is dark matter, what is dark energy, and do those create hotspots for like maybe something in another dimension, or like a rewrite, or like something that we can't see because it explains what is the different types? Now I'm just being stupid. Like ghosts that are like on a single track and just kind of repeat compared to something that is like an actual what you would consider a demon or an entity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm kind of curious to go back to that house and just see if the new family that lives there has had any kind of
problems.
Hey, they're right down the street from me. Let me go take a look.
Not at this time.
I'll go
That'd be
surprise
kind
and
of
be like,
fucking
hey,
weird.
Honestly,
I got some surprise mac and cheese.
I know.
Honestly,
I know it's
honestly,
late.
I would not be if you did that to me. I would not be disappointed.
Do you guys have ghosts here? You have ghosts.
You got ghosts there.
This place used to be a house of Satanists, Satan worshippers.
Sound like Letterkenny.
I don't know.
Letterkenny now. This is not Letterkenny season 10. Though I want that to happen, even though it's stupid.
Man.
I just like Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's a good show.
I never even watched the show. I heard it was funny, but never.
Oh, it's
It's
hysterical.
the worst.
It's
So
it's
so I guess
the redneck version of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I love Always Sunny.
I guess really quick, even to like wrap this up, like so
That was perfect.
That was
That's the wrap up.
All right, everybody, have a
So-
great night. Bye.
yeah, alright,
All right,
that's
what
the new
were
intro.
you
That's the new
gonna
outro music. Like I don't know, like I feel like I have to like restate.
I feel like I learned a lot
myself.
today. No, I'm just
No, like I feel like I have to like restate myself as like I don't believe in spirits, but give me the proof.
But here comes
Like
the
I
question,
love the occult
right?
and shit, but like
Because that goes along with the whole flat earther thing. Like, you
Oh,
give
no,
a
don't say
flat
that.
earther
Don't
say
so
that. No,
much
no.
evidence that
Okay.
the Earth is round.
I'll just go
And
it
fucking.
just
I'll go
strengthens-
jump off the edge right now. Damn.
It just strengthens their ideology. When you give them a shit ton of proof, they're like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Even when they
unfortunately,
prove
with,
it
like,
against
if you're going to
themselves.
like religious talk as well, because like I said, you can be a religious individual, and that's completely fine in any way, shape, or form. Nobody gives a fuck. But like when you're an asshole and you're a Karen, you're like, these gays are in my church. You're like, oh my fucking god. Like, get over yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jeez.
there's just lines that like everybody creates in their own like perspective. So it's always a question of like, is there? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's such a up in the air question. Because you can't just, oh my god, that's cute. You can't just like.
thank you.
You can't just like tell somebody. You can be like, if I was just like, oh fucking, oh no, dude, you didn't hear dogs are green now, and you're like, what? All right, cool. That's all right. Yeah, I trust that. I trust that man. Like, it's all about the person saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the charisma and the. I don't know. Like sometimes, like somebody will tell me some shit, and I'm like, yo, I 100% believe that for no reason. Like.
Right, but let's say we
But-
caught some very substantial evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Show me proof, and that's like where I feel like I also like. I feel like so many people would be mad at me saying that. It's just
You
like
know
so
what?
many people that are super like big believers too. That it's like, you know, what I'm saying, like, can we stop trying to get Bigfoot on like our flip phones? Like, can we upgrade past the BlackBerry?
Fucking
Like-
Blackberry. Like-
8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. Like.
Back to that.
I'm
Oh,
not
God.
tech savvy, god damn it.
This is probably going to be in there, but it took Ed like a half an hour to an hour to get ready.
Hey man, it's what it is. It's what
So
it is. At this point.
I guess on a real quick last note, Pete, how do you really feel
about the
about
ghosty
the
goose.
paranormal?
I don't.
You don't at all though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what are your
No.
thoughts on it though? Like, the silence is such an answer.
I find it to be a little stupid. Kind of in the same boat as
I
you,
can
like
agree with that.
in the terms of like, hey, you know, where's the proof? You know, I've never experienced anything like that. I hear a lot of stories of stuff, but usually I find that stuff can be rationally and explained. You stole a lot of like my thoughts in what you were saying.
Because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are kind of in the same spot too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's
surprisingly
no
not. I feel like there's more people, like at least in my circle or in my life, that do believe in the paranormal more than don't.
Well, I mean, there's like paranormal compared to like creepy shit. Like downtown Denver, there's a bunch of like ghost walks and like multiple bars that I used to fucking work at.
Oh yeah, most of those places
there'd
are
be like
fucking
an
haunted.
old vault or something, or like one of the restaurants I used to work at actually legitimately had like a creepy ass fucking like hallway in the basement that was just like literally just rock wall. Like fuck, I don't know. It looked sketchy. Me and a homie decided to one day like get real wasted at the sister bar next door and then go down. And we went about a mile into this fucking underground passageway when we feel one passageway has like some air coming from it and the other one just has none at all. And like just like a bunch of fucking, I'm assuming just street noises and shit, but that shit's fucking creepy. You have no idea how many people are fucking have even died down there, even from like that time period either. Like there's a line between like creepy shit and like spiritual and then the belief of and then the act of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, you guys are all going to learn when we go do some kind of haunted experience.
Oh, I hope it makes me a believer.
I would say, and that's kind of how I feel too. Like
too.
I would love to. I don't want to say I would love to, because as soon as I say that, I'll be like possessed forever, and I'll be like a crazy old man.
Well, I mean,
Yes, the clementines are delicious.
well, I mean,
Like, Grandpa,
that's
fucking okay.
the main reason why, no matter what, going in, we're going to cleanse ourselves. Going out, we're going to cleanse ourselves.
Oh my god.
Make
See,
sure
like, that's what I'm
everything's
saying.
good.
Like it's like we're part of a ghost team right now, and I'm like the fucking camera guy, Pete's the audio guy, and you're like the actual median host. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying I'm
Like
Zach
we're just like,
Baggins?
we're here. No.
Hey demons, it's your boy.
I'm Zach Baggins.
It's
to be
your
exact.
boy.
It's your boy, Zach Baggins.
It's the
We're gonna
D-bag
fuck with some
boy.
ghosts.
I even honestly, okay. So another thing, real quick, we should probably end this soon. So I actually am writing a graphic novel.
Ooh.
And it's an anthology. I've worked on this for like the past like 10 years, but I've done like over 300 short horror stories, and I'm actually bringing them to fruition now. But it's exactly that. It's like I like the dark shit, but it's more about like the dark fucked up shit. Like I want to make a book that's literally just Book of Monsters, but just fucked up people. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. Like, because that's honestly the word. Like, fuck any demon.
Humans are the real
Fucking
monsters.
batshit insane. Yeah, Ed Gein over here.
Jesus.
It's okay. I'll make a literal footstool. He said.
Hell yeah. A stool made out of feet.
Just two. You gotta keep the balance right.
You know it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we just watched that movie, A Haunting in Connecticut.
You say you just watched
That
it?
Yeah, that movie was some serious trash, man.
No, honestly, that's why I can't watch horror movies.
You know, it's funny.
Dude,
Like
me
one of my
too.
homies, one of Hannah's homies was like, "Yo, you should watch Insidious. It's so fucking sick. It's so crazy." I was like, I just can't.
I hated
can't
it.
deal with those kind of movies. That's why.
I almost
that's why I
pissed
actually,
myself in that.
Well, that's why I like. Did you really?
Derek, why?
Yeah,
why,
I
why
cannot
can't
do
you
Because it's
scary
so
movies.
fucking corny. It's so Bollywood.
I hate scary
It's so
movies.
fucking fake. But you say you hate it, but it's some things are just so blatantly fake. You just like can't. I can't. Like some people love watching B-rated horror movies, and I understand that, but I fucking can't. Like old Jason movies are like fucking hilarious because you're just like whole weird setup just to like kill a man, and then it's like off to the next guy to kill.
It's
Like,
kind of messed up because I fully
there's-
believe in ghosts and want to do all that other shit, you know? Like, I've been possessed and all that other shit. But it's like, when it comes to scary movies, for some reason, my brain's like, fuck that shit. No, that'll give you
honestly,
nightmares.
If I was
Fuck
also
that.
experienced in delved. Like I wouldn't if I like what is the paranormal kids or something. There was like another Paranormal Activity. No, that's a movie. There was like another guy on Sci-Fi Channel that was like, I was harmed by ghosts when I was a child, so I got together this group at MIT or something like.
Jesus Christ!
It's like some like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is this stupid? Am I just saying things? I just watch
no idea
Sci-Fi
what
Channel
you're
too
talking
much. It's just like the constant like. I feel like if I was fucked up by ghosts. Go away. I feel like if I was fucked up by ghosts, though, I'd be like, no, I don't even want to see anything fucking scary ever again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I would relate that way. I feel like instead of when people are like, I love the dark, you're like, no. You have not experienced dark yet. You have not full darkness. Full darkness is not achieved.
Oh man,
like 60% darkness. Not what full goth yet.
So now, is there any horror movies that you actually genuinely do like?
Actually, only because of. Okay, this sounds actually semi-corny, but some of the first Hell House LLC, I kind of like the. It's really because of like Blair Witch. You know what I'm saying? Of the time period, really got like the found footage right.
Yep.
And some places do that really shitty, but I actually really enjoyed Grave Encounters because it was supposed to be like a ripoff of like Zach Baggins, basically. And then the dude was like literally like trapped in trapped in the fucking house, like, or this insane asylum. Literally, like, in the second movie, you find him and he's like, yo, this is like a no end house situation. Like, you enter a building and it's like the staircase that you swear to God was there isn't there anymore. Like, just the house moving around or the building shifting in some way, shape, or form, and like he's trapped in. But I was like, it brings a little bit more reality to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely corny moments. Don't get me fucking wrong, but like, I don't know. I can't deal with like. I mean, it's not like I'm a fucking American Horror Story fan. Fuck that noise. They're making out with aliens now.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even want to talk about that. Actually, I don't even know why I brought that up.
I kind of like it.
Did you watch the last one? Did you watch the last season?
No.
Oh, I was like, please tell me, because I don't want to know, but I would have read it.
No, I don't think we're caught up. I think the last one we watched was the one that kind of like takes place in the what the heck's going on?
Okay.
The one that takes place in the 80s.
Oh, I see. See, like that's what I'm saying. They
idea
got
what
to
you're
like a
talking
weird
about.
season. They got to a weird spot now. Like they're just getting all weird. They're like, I don't know. I can't even say that because I don't know. I just see the cover as just like somebody making out with an alien, and I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel tingly in my underwear.
That means the show is not for you, pervert.
My underoos are sad. All right, boys. Well,
yeah. Are we starting to go into possessed Thomas again?
Whoa. Wait, did we start?
I don't know why I did that.
Did we start that podcast yet, guys? Are we ready to start?
What podcast? I would cry so much.
Just
like, did you hit record? Did you hit record?
Wait, but I never got to just do the sign out.
Oh, well, fuck. Do the sign out. Fuck my dick off.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening in on another 1000 Screaming Goats podcast. This has just been another Screaming Goat in that field that is the Screaming Goats. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Fuck does that even
Yo,
mean?
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Typing this out for everything was a pain in the ass. Everything, 1,000 Screaming Goats. 1,000 Screaming Goats. It's a lot. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I know. But I loved it. I love it so much. It's the best title for a podcast, I think, ever. But thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll catch you on the next Scream. And, yeah, who knows?
Did you say stream or scream?
Scream. Yeah, because it's a Scream.
It's a Scream. Now we got 1,000 episodes at least.
Hey, you know. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, and we'll catch you guys next time.
3, 2, 1.
Goats.
Thank you.